Tell me all your thoughts on God, 'cause I'd really like to meet her and ask her why we're who we are. And tell me all your thoughts on God, 'cause I'm on my way to see her. So tell me, am I very far? Am I very far now? Am I very far now?
Hey everybody, so, oh excuse me, I'm freezing today. Today's my lazy day. It's my one day off for the last week, and so I'm trying to catch up on YouTube videos. So you're gonna see multiple videos of me wearing the same, weird sweater. I was freezing during my last video, and I thought, oh, how great would it be to have a blanket? So I went and grabbed the blanket and something to drink so I don't sound as dry. I was suffering. I was tumbling through that last one. But hopefully this one's a little better. And this one's just kind of a little chat. Kind of just me kind of sharing something with you guys. So I did my book review video on Devin Hunter's book, The Witch's Book of Power, which I hope you guys check out and let me know what you guys think. Definitely pick that book up and give it a good read because I loved it. It kind of inspired me, I've been saying that I've, dedicated myself to the Morrigu, and my gods have been really pushing me, especially her. She's been pushing me to really make myself more consistent, and that's with everything that I do. She's like, you really need to work on art, and I'm like, okay. She's like, you really need to get on it on those YouTube videos, because yes, even YouTube videos, I feel like she's pushing me, and she's like, you really need to get on those. You haven't made one for a while. And I'm like, oh, okay. And I feel like my friend Liz on Facebook is like right there with me, because like she's on the same page, because like it feels like every other time that like Goddess tells me you should probably do this, you should do this, and I'm like, yeah, I really should. And I start to think about, okay, so what am I gonna do next for that? And then Liz like turns around, it's like she's like right there with me, and she's like, oh, so I was thinking you should probably do this. And I was like, okay. You're like right there. Like, for example, my Appalachian root videos, I was kind of planning on these being the, the last one, really being the last one. I didn't formally say like, okay, this is the last Appalachian root magic video, whatever. But, I'm really iffy about those, because Appalachian magic is really close to conjure, in my opinion. And I don't have a lot of experience in either Appalachian magic. I have what I grew up with, and which wasn't really considered magic then. But I have what I grew up with, and I have what I study, and that's it. I'm by no means a professional. But, yeah, like this morning and yesterday, I was kind of thinking like, do I really want that to be the last Appalachian root video? And I was thinking to myself, I don't know, and, should I just share stuff that's, Appalachian magic related? What would I share? Do I have anything else? And I was thinking of some herbs that I've heard of and that I've worked with before that I could include. And then Liz comes in this morning and texts me and says, so, can I make a suggestion? And I'm like, sure. And she's like, why don't you make some more Appalachian magic videos? Because I really love them. And I'm like, girl, it's like you're reading my mind. Like, get out. Like, whoa, personal. Like, no. But seriously, I loved that she said that, because that was, again, it was an affirmation saying, you need to make these videos. So I'm definitely going to make some more of those videos. I don't know when they'll be up, but I have to come up with some new material, and I'll keep them coming. So there you go. But with that being said, Liz also kind of helped me, and I hope she doesn't mind me saying this, but I was also thinking for the longest time after reading Devin's book, I've thought about it before, but the candles are warm, sorry. But I've thought about it before, but never really kind of was like, okay, yeah, I'm going to do it. Until Liz said something, I feel like right after I started kind of working with the Morrigu and working with Dagda, because he came forward for me as well, Devin released his book, which I knew Devin was releasing his book a year before it released. And I was really excited for it. But, I was really pushed to go the extra mile. I'm not a huge, social person. Believe it or not, which you probably do believe, because almost all of my videos are in my house. I don't go out and meet a lot of other witches. And it's partially because I'm actually very shy, and it's also partially because I have no time. I work. When I'm not working, I'm trying to keep, my relationship with, my fiance and my family and my super close friends afloat. I have a lot of stuff that I have to keep track of. And then to work, half of a month, half of the hours in a month is kind of difficult. So I don't get to go to a lot of events, and I don't get to, participate in a lot. And that's one of the things that I need to be, that comes into the consistency of things. I'd like to be more consistent with going to events. I used to go to my local Pagan Pride festival when it, down south when they had it, and I would love to go to those events. I'd love to meet other witchy YouTubers, So I'm really trying to converse more with other YouTubers, and I'm really open to making more plans with people. A lot of my YouTube friends are farther out, so I can't necessarily meet, the witchy meet and greet that's coming up in Texas. I can't really do that. But, I know of at least a handful of YouTubers who are in Ohio. And I think, excuse me, Arizona tea, y'all. Just because that's all I have right now, and I didn't feel like warming up any warm tea. I know, I keep saying I'm cold, and I'm making it worse on myself. Hi, New. But I feel like they're kind of in the same boat as me. They're always kind of making their own, videos, and they're not really collabing much with other Ohioan YouTubers to go and meet each other or do things with each other. Zach actually helped put together a Dayton Pagan Pride Festival, with which a lot of pagan, a handful of pagan YouTubers went to go and participate in. Please don't jump. No, Danu. I know you want to jump on the thing and sit in front of the camera, but you can't. But a lot of Ohio YouTubers went to, go, and they had a blast. I'm definitely going next year, you guys. Seriously, I will call off work. I had to work that weekend, but I will definitely call off work or request off at the very least. I'm going. Legit going. I'll probably be fired by next year because there's so much shit coming up. A wedding, Pagan Pride, a if I so choose to do so, a honeymoon is coming up as well. Like, they'll be like, well, Nathan, why do you need all this time off? Well, but anyway, so back from my ramble, consistency. I need to be more consistent, and I'm lacking, again, even though I'm part of the YouTube community and I love it, I still feel like I need more of that witchy sense of community, you know. Joss is great. He's really supportive. But sometimes when I tell him, like, oh yeah, so the other night in my meditation, you know, Goddess came to me and it was really fabulous and I just want to discuss this with you. You know, he's not a practitioner, so he can sit there and go, yeah, that's nice. But he's not necessarily going to understand everything. So I definitely feel like I need a little bit more connection with people. No. But I need a little more connection with people that are into the same jam that I am. So with that being said, consistency and dedicating myself to consistency and Goddess and God for the next year again. I rededicated myself. You know, I asked for ideas. You know, I said, you know, please send me something. Let me know what I can do, because, you know, my witchcraft ties into my YouTube. You know, I take you guys along with me. So I wanted a journey. You know, I basically asked for a journey. Give me something more. Give me something substantive that I can follow, you know. And she gave it to me. You know, I was thinking about taking up Devin's classes, which are, you know, or his tradition, basically. His beginning class is called Black Rose Witchcraft. And I was thinking hard on it. And, you know, one day while I'm at work, I get a message from Liz, and she says, Danu, really? Don't knock that over, please. Please, please, please. She jumped on the containers that I have you sitting on. But anyway, so, you know, one day while I'm at work, Liz messages me. And she says, you know, I see that you've been mentioning Devin a lot. I'm sorry if you're shaky. And if you see black fur every now and then. I tried, you guys. I tried to keep her away. And she just loves you so much. Let me see if I can get a picture of this. This video is going to take me damn near 30 minutes because of this damn cat distracting me. Danu, look. Anyway. So, she messaged me, and she was like, hey, you know, I see you've been mentioning Devin Hunter and his book a lot in your videos. I was wondering, you know, if you have thought about taking his 101 course, basically. And I wouldn't call it a 101 course. But she was asking me if I had thought about taking his Black Rose Witchcraft course. And I said, you know, honestly, yeah, I've been thinking about it for a while. Especially after reading his book, because I feel like if his course has anything to do with what's in his book, I feel like I can pull a lot from it, you know. And one of my biggest frustrations, by the way, is having a book with meditations and not having a recorded meditation or a guided meditation recording to work with. A lot of my meditation is sound. I'm very audible. I more often, like I've said, I more often will hear a spirit before I will see it. And so I'm very clairaudient. So I have a lot of sound that I have to block out and not pay attention to when I meditate. So more often than not, I'm listening to music, you know. I'm listening to flute or, you know, just, you know, something new agey just to block everything out. And kind of give myself that chance to relax. So it's really helpful for me to have a I'm gonna beat you, you know, a guided meditation to work with, basically. You are ornery today. So, I was really bummed out that I couldn't find anything, and that I was, I'll often, when I read a book, if I really want to do a meditation, I will, no! No! You're in the way! Scoot over. Thank you. Your guys are just gonna have to deal with it, because she's adamant right now. But I will often record myself reading the meditation. Could you quit cleaning yourself, please, at least, and stay very still? So I'll at least record what I read and play that back for myself. So I was thinking, hey, maybe I'll get some recordings for some of the same readings or meditation work or path work that I got from his book. So she really was the final straw. Liz, again, was the final straw, was right there with me, and I was like, you know what, girl? I said, I think I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. So I did it. I signed up and enrolled for Black Rose Witchcraft, and this is my second week. I'm working on my second week now. So I plan on doing a series for it. It's a 13-month class, so it lasts a year. At the end, if everything goes well, I will be getting at the very least, a first degree certificate in Black Rose Witchcraft. I have attempted, Wicca 101s and other, first degree classes before. However, they've always been in person, and with work and life, basically in general, things have gotten in the way. So this should be a lot easier for me because it's online. So I don't have to worry about being in any particular place at one given time. So this should work out well, and I'm very confident I will be finishing. So that's that. Basically, this video that I'm making now is for week 1 of month 1. It's my introduction. So yeah, I went on to the forums. When you sign up, I don't want to give too much info. Okay, let me just say that. These videos will not be too descriptive in the material that I receive, because I believe and I feel that it is wrong, it would be wrong of me to share too much of that material with you guys for free, because I will tell you basically a gist of what the material is, and I will tell you my experience with that material, or at least as much as I'm willing to share openly. But there's a lot of material that the teachers, basically Devin and Storm and Chas, they all worked very hard on. The meditations, the lessons that they wrote out, I will give you the topic, basically, and I will discuss my relation with the topic and what I've experienced, but I'm not going to share too much, because I think that if you want, or if you're interested in it, you should be able to pay the money to go through the course yourself, get that information yourself, have the experience yourself. But basically, I will tell you that I'm going $25 a month, just because that's easier for me to pay by month than to fork out. I think it's like $200 and some for the whole year. Also, in case there's something that I really don't agree with, or that I really can't vibe with later on down the road, I'm not out money, basically. I think there is a way that you can, if that does happen, you can get your money back. I'm not positive, but this is just easier for me. If later on down the road life gets in the way or whatever, I can stop paying. And, if I decide to come back, I can just start paying again. I can, recap what I had already learned as a refresher and just start back up again. I don't plan on that happening. I plan on going through this whole year, non-stop. But because, I can take 5 hours out of a week to do the stuff. You don't get homework. You do get exercises. It's up to you personally to do the exercises, which is really cool. That's fine. With the purchase of, or with enrollment, you get basically the lessons every week become unlocked for you. You get access to the forum, which is actually pretty cool. It's a whole community, basically, of like-minded people. You get pages for a Black Rose Witchcraft Book of Shadows, which is awesome. I will probably be making another book, like I did this one, specifically for that information. And if I do that, I will definitely make a video of it so you guys can kind of see how I made my book. But I'm not sure yet, so don't get too excited. Sorry, Danu is, yeah. And, let's see, you get Book of Shadows material, you get the lessons, and you get MP3 and I think a video as well. I haven't gotten any video yet, but so far I've gotten MP3s of lessons, like overviews of lessons and of meditations. So that's really cool. So yeah, this is me saying I'm going into this and I'm going to take you guys along for the ride, so I hope you guys enjoy it. And we'll see how it goes. Week 1 of month 1 is complete, and I hope to share some awesome information for you guys for week 2. Blessed be.